Well, welcome along everyone to the 7th round, oh my goodness, what a star lads, the 6th round of the RFC Division 2 Championship. We return to Europe again, this time in Austria, for our first sprint race of the season. So a very different kind of format. Of course that 12 lap sprint race and then the, what I believe is 36 lap race as well. Of course this is one of the shortest tracks that we will be at this season. And if we look at our previous winners, the sprint was Jarvis Coyd. And then last season was Nico. That season 7 main winner was Finley Spear, if anyone cares about that one. But looking at the tyres now, kind of, you know, the stops that we can have. We can see 5, 4 and 3. And potential of 2 stops in the main race. And of course, the sprint race where we can unveil all of the kind of the chaos as well. I thought the bridge was going to start. Oh, I've got the voice chat thing. Right, so, may as well. Boom. Here we are. Let's, oh, we're not. Let's try that again, shall we? Now, who's going to be the first one out? I wonder. Is it going to be who I think it is? Okay, the system's not working as well as I hoped. There are no... Okay, Mons will know what I mean here. But some of the... There's a row thing that comes up that helps me with who is in the order they are. And that doesn't work. So I've got to kind of guess. Okay, right. We're on with Marley. Of course we are. Marley will be the first one to do a lap. I miss this. I miss Marley. Come home. Oh dear, I better get the Twitch up so we can kind of make sure everything's okay. Make sure I'm still working, to be fair. For the second week in a row, I'm by myself again. Yeah. Did my mic cut out mid-thing? I don't think it did, but I didn't check. So it could have cut out while I was doing the intro again, because I wasn't really paying attention to the bottom. So maybe maybe missed out. Right. So Marley getting ready to start the first lap. Yep, thanks Toes, mate. Thank you. It's always glitchy at the start. I don't know why. It just happens. But Marley to start the first lap. A lot of people on track in the early stages. And I think everyone's kind of limited to medium tyres for now until the final run. So we should be seeing most people set their laps on mediums. And Marley impeded there already by the Williams. The Williams turns in as well, like he's not even there. So that's pretty shocking from the Williams. Just completely impedes Marley. And I'm pretty sure Marley is not on a lap now. But we're still going to watch him because it's the first lap. And I miss Marley. Any excuse to watch on with Marley, to be honest. I'll be real. As Bo Ellis and Matthew Oliver all on laps. Fastest sector 1 for Rennes. Did really well in Q1 last time out in Spain, and then just decided to kind of stink it up in the rest of quali, to be honest. As Marley sets the fastest sector 2, still kind of pushing a little bit. We'll see how Bo Ellis compares as Marley rounds through towards the line after being impeded in turn 3. Crosses the line. It's a 5.5 to start us off. Now, time to switch over. This is going to be a real annoyance, to be honest. As I try and keep hold of everyone. Rennes is coming towards the line. And Matthew Oliver crosses. Rennes goes top of the timing. As, yep. Monzi, this is very difficult when the thing on the left isn't there. I literally am guessing every single driver at this point. I have no idea who's where. I don't even know who's who either. I'm watching this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. Gula there goes up into P2. I have no idea who anyone is. Atlee goes up into P2 as well. Kai Harris next across the line. I can't find where he is. He's P21. Goes up into P9. That is a slow lap. There's Hopton there. Villas, sorry, goes up into P2. Good lap for the Red Bull, of course. Yeah. Load the save layout on the system page. Ooh. It didn't come up. That's a little bit impossible. It's fine. I know where to look anyway. I don't even know who to look at. Right, Beatnik's just gone up to P4. This is very impossible. Like, I'm having to just, like, guess who's where. Invade is coming through the second sector now. 1.1 seconds down on Rennes. But, I mean, at this point... there we go. We'll get some gaps going. This is very difficult start to this session, but luckily the race will be better. Marley's on another lap after the system. Oh my god, it came straight back up. I didn't have to touch him. Invade goes 2 seconds slower than Rennes. There's a slow lap as Marley, improving on this lap, comes round through the final corner and towards the line. We'll see what he can do. Goes up into P6, just behind his teammate, who's set up on the what's it? The older tyres. Older tyres? The soft tyres. Sorry. Same with Gula as well. Has done the same. Wagner matching his teammate in the second sector. Ingram on a good lap as well in the Alpine. As we head round through the final 2 corners and towards the line with Wagner. Wagner in fine form in quali, goes to the top of the timing, and that's a good lap by him. Ingram comes into the pits. Mintoki is next across the line, purple in sector 2, and she is hungry as Luvink there goes up top of the top. Div 3, by the way, before like 2 races ago. As Mintoki rounds through the final corner and towards the line. What can she do? As Lyra there is fastest in sector 1. Crosses the line. Mintoki's last sector maybe a little bit slower and goes P4 ahead of her teammate though. De Bruni next across the line goes up into P10. And Lyra is rounding through the final corner and towards the line. We'll see them go. Rennes improving on sector 1 as Lyra crosses the line, goes up into P6. A good lap for them. Beatnik slightly improving on his current lap. A little bit, but not by much. As Rennes is a 10.5 up on Luvink. As Micha set a good lap. Beatnik crosses the line. Fastest sector 3 goes up into P6. Rennes next across the line in the Mercedes, improving quite a bit as he crosses the line, and it's only good enough for P2. Half a tenth down from Luvink, who was Div 3, by the way. We'll say that again. As the Aston Martin of, oh my god, Krajnik. Krajnik? I think that's how you say that. Not a clue. Wagner going for another lap and is improving in sector 1. As Krajnik comes through round turn 9 and finishing up the lap. Everyone kind of still really rocking mediums. Mintoki actually did their lap on the soft tyres as Wagner, I was watching Wagner. Krajnik invalidated on the final corner actually. That is what happened. That's why I lost the timer. Wagner fastest in sector 2. These are getting old tyres now, to be honest, so showing a little bit. Mintoki a little bit slower in sector 1, but still maybe potential chance of improving. As Wagner now towards the line, and he goes fastest by 2.5 tenths on Luvink. And yeah, continuous laps he's been doing over this session. As Mintoki, is there going to be any improvement as we head through sector 2? It might be close as she's run a little bit wide there and 2.5 tenths down, so not really making any headway in the first 2 sectors. Pretty much 3 tenths down actually. So we'll go to Lyra, who is around 4 tenths down on Wagner. That's pushing the top 5 on the mediums as well in the Williams. Doing well so far in P7. Could move up a little bit in the order as they come round and they decide to back out of their lap. But their teammate was on a lap until they just invalidated. Skies is next across the line in the Cadillac, as they currently down in P17, need a little bit of improvement as we head towards the line. We'll see what they can do on the soft tyres now as they cross the line. It's good enough for P15 as yep, a overall good lap by them, but still plenty of people left in the session. Right, Who are we going to watch? Let's watch Ingram. Ingram, who was moved up and then moved down in the same pretty much week. He's kind of on trial, to be honest, I'll be real. Probably going to be... Yeah, right. But he has Kai Harris close behind him, who's 3,000 slower than Wagner in this early stage, as we've got 3 minutes left of the session, actually. Short quali is crazy. We're going to start seeing everyone's kind of flying laps come together now, as Ingram has enough time for another lap after this one as well, with a cooldown in between. As we'll see how his Sector 2 lines up 2.5 temps down-ish. That will put him P2 at the moment, so good luck from Ingram. And 2.5 temps for Kai Harris as well. We'll see how Velas compares in the Red Bull as Ingram rounds through the final corner and snaps a little bit mid-corner. We'll see what can he do as he crosses the line. Goes up into P7. And that's a good lap for him. Kai Harris is going to cross the line. Goes up into P4. Velas is fastest in Sector 2. So showing the Red Bull has a little bit of pace here as he rounds through Turn 9. Had a little bit of traffic. Luckily kept out the way. And we'll see what Velas can do as he crosses the line. Can he go top of the timing board? It's only P2. Half a tenth between them. Jimenez racing again, this time reserving for Alpine, is rounding through the final corner. We'll see what he can do compared to his teammate. Teammate's up in P8. Can he get up there? Close goes P11. As Mintoki retires, she's down in P6, so not a great quali session for her. As Atlee has got Williams ahead. Will definitely not want that dirty air as Atlee crosses the line. Goes P8 though with a little bit of slow. Nice. As Bo Ellis is rounding through the final corner. Lyra is invalid as Ellis crosses the line. Goes up into P18. Hopton next to... Oh, Hopton's off. So that is not going to be an improvement for the Racing Bulls driver as Rose is next to cross the line in the Ferrari. Has a little bit of traffic. Luckily stays out the way. Krajnik is only 2 temps down on Wagner at the moment. That is an insane sector. Oh, it's Sector 1 to be fair. I thought it was Sector 2 for a minute there. Beatnik matching as well. Rose goes up into P3. And Beatnik's probably the next really big threat. Wagner on a lap. Can't improve on the first sector. However, we're going to see big improvements in that second sector. Kai Harris, I was about to say Rio Harris, invalidates on their lap. I believe they were doing another run. As, well, currently Beatnik and Wagner. Beatnik, of course, fighting for the championship, really wanting to get some good points. Half a tenth down at the moment as we come through the final sector. Definitely needs some improvement. Wagner not improving, but purple in Sector 2. About half a tenth down at the moment on the medium run. As Beatnik's rounding through the final corner. The checker flag is now out. We'll see what Beatnik can do. Crosses the line, and it's P2 for Beatnik. Can't overthrow Wagner in this in this sprint quali. As Wagner invalidates on the final corner. Ingram next across the line stays in P10, and Luvink now, after taking provisional pole for quite a while, is now in P5 rounding through the final corner. Ren's purple in Sector 2. We can see what Misha does as he crosses the line, and it's P2, half a tenth behind. As Ren's takes provisional pole position away from his teammate. Marley's P9. Can Villas improve? No, he can't. Matthew Oliver next across the line isn't really going to show any improvement as well. And I think that's everybody as Ren's takes it on the final lap. Wow. Ren's takes his time to... Yeah. Takes his time to set his good lap. And Ren's there. Wagner there, though, sorry. Half a tenth down on Ren's on the mediums. This guy's moving up. Misha, by the way, Div 3 2 weeks ago. Is now P3. These sandbaggers, bro. Because Rio? Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Because, what was it? Toes last week as well. At Spain, he was Div 2 before that, goes in, gets a podium in Div 1. So, yeah, these guys need to be stopped. But Renz, anyway, takes the sprint pole position away from his teammates. So Mercedes 1-2, and I'm sure that their CEO will be very happy with that. Red Bull 5th and 8th, kind of where you'd expect a Red Bull to be this season, and Marley kind of getting the best of the rest position as we look further down. Invade, bottom of the time, and not getting a lap on those soft tyres. And Bo will be very happy that they are not last in the in the Cadillac. Ugh, another torrid day for Audi, really. Luckily, it's just a sprint. As we'll wait. Looking a little bit overcast. I believe I can look at the forecast. Yes, I can. Wow, this is very, very detailed. I don't like this. I wish I could show you, but sadly I can't. But it's very, very detailed. Wow. We wait on. Well, no real things to say. This is just a sprint race, 12 lap kind of shootout. Yeah, I don't really know what's. It would be nice to have a grid rundown, wouldn't it? But we don't have one. But it's in the works. It's definitely not. But yeah, we have mentioned it. Yeah, there's about a 17% chance of rain right now, I believe. Not 100% sure how, if that's true for this session, or if it's the other one. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, to be real. Okay. Oh, we're going straight into the start. Okay, 5 red lights, and we're underway for the sprint race, and it's a good start from Wagner, who almost takes the lead away from his teammate, but Renz gets away, and now Wagner's now holding everyone else up. He's holding up Beatnik, he's holding up Misha, as we head now towards turn 3 for the first time. It's going to be a little bit of chaos, as sort of no real sense going on, very sensible in this start. Oh my god, I'm so tragic, man. It comes along too quick. As massive lead already by Renz. As you see, big gap ahead of his teammates. His teammates going to be doing well as the two Ferraris fight it out. Luvink ahead of Rose at the moment. Rose trying to get past, as Misha's also trying to get past Bielas ahead. As we head through sector 2 now, this twisty section. Marley running a little bit wide there and putting under there, as they have just overtaken someone, as I believe, Kai Harris is spun. And Kai Harris in the grass at what I believe is turn 7. So absolute bottle from him, to be honest. And as we head now through and start the second lap of this sprint race. This is chaos, man. I don't even know what to say, bro. As Rose now overtakes Marley again, going in towards turn 1. Atlee now trying to make moves as well. It's all chaos mod. Oh, as the Racing Bull swipes across at Ingram. I believe that was Marley swiping Ingram, as we head now towards turn 3, as there's a big scrap going on here for P7. Atlee leading it at the moment. Mintoki trying to make her way through as well. And she's now under pressure from Marley, who is putting more pressure than she's putting on Atlee right now, as we head through in towards turn 4. And Marley down the inside, Mintoki trying to hold it round the outside. She's not going to be able to do that. And it's a freight train here. You see this in karting more, as Ingram almost got past. Marley trying to hold it round the outside of Mintoki. Mintoki trying to hold it as we head through turn 7 into turn 8. And Marley's got it round the outside. What a move by Marley. And now Mintoki under pressure still from Ingram, as we head... Oh my goodness, that Racing Bull was like absolutely flew to the inside. That was Hopton. As we head round side by side between Hopton and Ingram, as we head around that final corner, as we now start lap 3. Mintoki down the inside of Marley as we head towards turn 1. Marley turns in heavy there, and that's both the Alpine and Mintoki off. Marley there not leaving anything on the inside, as Rose there gets the fastest lap. Doing well in the Ferrari so far, as there's contact. Oh my goodness, there's cars off everywhere. The Williams of Lyra has just snuck past everyone, and Atlee's got a massive gap ahead as well as we head towards turn 4. Mintoki down the inside of... I don't even know who that is. That's Hopton this time. Rose has overtaken further up. Mintoki trying to get past the Racing Bulls. Would be nice to have a nicer camera, to be honest. As Ingram there and Hopton are side by side. No, that's Marley, sorry. This is chaos going on in the midfield. As they're slowing each other down, though. They've got 2 seconds now between themselves and the next car. So you know, I hope the fighting, you're enjoying the fighting as Ingram and, no, that's Jimenez and Marley this time. The Alpine and Racing Bulls just have it out for each other this time. I think it was Ingram. I'm not even sure. They're all just fighting each other. As this is a good scrap between the Racing Bulls and the Alpines. All in a massive Racing Bull sandwich at the moment. Ingram, as we head towards turn 3, is tucked up in the slipstream of Hopton. As we head now, it seems all a little bit more calm. As I think that was Mintoki going a little bit wider. As Mintoki seems to be struggling so far. Definitely not like, well, kind of, her teammate is doing okay at the moment, but is also 2.4 seconds behind. So actually, I think her teammate has made a big mistake as they're now under a lot of pressure from Lyra. As they're side by side, Lyra forces their way through. And that's Villas down into P8. They are now, both the race Red Bulls are fighting for 1 point at the moment. Villas is actually disconnected. I didn't see that earlier, so yeah, Villas is disconnected. That's why they lost so much time. As now is slowing down Mintoki as well, and that's going to be annoying her and halting her progress as she heads now. Is 3 wide going in towards turn 1 between the AI car and the Racing Bulls and the Alpine. Send from, oh my goodness, completely just twats them wide. As that's Hopton getting past now. The 2 Alpines trying to make their way as well. But we're going to, I kind of want to turn our attention to the leaders, but I don't even know. As the Alpine goes down the inside. Oh, it's close between Ingram and Hopton. As we head now towards turn 4. This is chaos, man. As now 3 wide going in. Both, yeah, I mean, I think Villas is back in the session now, as they've now just made an absolute send on both of them. Villas is up into P10, still trying to hunt down that 1 point position. However, currently, Mintoki's holding that 1 point, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for that. As with this midfield group is going to have an absolute field day during the race, isn't they? Honestly. As we head now to... What is Villas doing? Trying to go for a move into towards turn 9. Backs out of it, luckily, because... I mean, why? As we head now down towards turn 1 to start lap 7. We're only halfway through this race. Sorry, turns apparently lap 6. I thought it didn't turn. As Lyra leaves the session, and I mean, this connection on this game is so bad. As we head down the straight, that's Villas going for a move down the inside of Ingram, and it's going to be hopefully an easy move. Ingram doesn't really fight it too much, understands that the exit is probably a little bit more important, and Villas gets the position. And yep, now gets past Lyra as well, who has just disconnected. It's unfortunate for the Williams driver. They were doing pretty well, as they're now getting freight trained. As we'll watch the leaders for a minute, because they've been around 5 attempts between them. As that's Gula's retired. So that's on track as well. So that's going to be a penalty. Hopefully someone reports it. They've just retired on track for no reason. That's going to cost Williams more money. And Wagner showing a lot of pace right now. These top 3 kind of pulling away. They are the championship top 3, to be fair, so it makes sense for them to be so close. As we head towards turn 3. And Lubink is actually right behind his teammate right now. So we'll watch Misha for a bit. See what we can see. Him and Rose has been close together. 4th and 5th. For a while. Attlee doing a great job in P6 right now. In the Haas. Ahead of both Mintoki and Villas, who are finally getting double points for them. Kai Harris now leaves the session. This game is bad. See, this is mid. We are mid sprint race. We've had about 6 disconnects. We can't do anything about it. We had 1 disconnect from the start, so it's not the start. But yeah, this game is in need of some work. Now, if you watch on with the 2 teammates in 1-2 at the moment, are they going to hold formation? I think Wagner's more playing the waiting game, waiting until lap 12. As we'll have a quick look at the tyre wear situation. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an issue for the race. For the end of this sprint won't be decided by some, like, you know, puncture. As Beatnik putting pressure around the outside of Wagner. Is he going to be able to hold the move on the exit? That was a beautiful move by Beatnik. Beatnik came out of nowhere. I saw him lining up a move on the outside. I thought, he's not going to make that move. Yes, he is. Beatnik up into P2. And in that McLaren, he has really shown himself the last few races. Of course, won last time out in Spain. And now is fighting so hard. And what a move that was. I mean, they have just slowed down and are now out of the overtake window. But what an overtake by Beatnik. That was beautiful. Honestly, unreal. As, well, that kind of gives Renz a little bit of breathing space. And I'm very shocked that Wagner didn't fight that as much. Maybe he's conserving it and waiting because now he knows Beatnik's not going to have overtake, whereas he will. So he'll be in a better place overall as De Bruyne gets a 3-second. Wagner there flies past Beatnik, and that is kind of what I just said about with the overtake. It is a lot better to kind of sit behind and wait for the perfect moment instead of trading. As Mintoki there gets past Atlee towards turn 3. That was coming for a while. That's been brewing up. Matthew Oliver putting pressure on Marley. And actually going for a switchback on Marley there down the inside. Are we going to see a little move before we switch back to the leaders? I don't think we are from Matthew Oliver. The Audi team hasn't really had a lot of screen time, I'd say, from myself, and still kind of side by side. But man, that is Marley's move as we head back to Beatnik versus Wagner. And if we have a quick look at the Drivers' Championship and how it changes after this. Doesn't work in a sprint. Okay, no, it does work in a sprint, sorry. But yeah, Beatnik is currently fighting Mintoki, Kai Harris, who are, well, one is P6, one is P20. Some competition. But yeah, Wagner is moving up a little bit from this, so we'll have to see. Beatnik will want to make the move, of course, just in general. Quite nice to have a little podium. They're closing in on Renz a little bit as we're on lap 10 out of 12, so a couple laps left for the kind of, I don't know, a chance to to be made, to be formed, if you want to say that. As Beatnik kind of just waits behind Wagner. Maybe Renz has slowed down a little bit to give him the overtake for the last few laps. Maybe understands this is my race win, but I will help you secure a 1-2. I mean, that will be max points of what I believe is 15. So, big money moves there. I love sprint races. They're so good. As we head round, Beatnik still just sitting behind Wagner. We've got 2 laps left. Is there any fight going on between the Racing Bulls and the Alpines? Water's wet. There is. As what is that? Hopton putting a little bit of pressure on Ingram, but not that much. Kind of just sitting and staying decent. Beatnik is actually... Oh my god, there's contact! I don't know what's happened there, but Wagner has dropped down to P5. We switched to it because I saw that Beatnik was about 3 tenths behind. Switched back to it, and we see Wagner planted in a wall. Not 100% sure on what's happened there, as he's now got damage. If that's him losing the rear, or if that's contact between the two. I mean, last time I remember I said that there was contact, but it wasn't contact. There was just, you know, he spun. And that was Wagner last time. Now again, has he done it again? Has maybe the pressure got to him up at the front? And had maybe Beatnik breathing down his neck was not great, as that was on the penultimate lap. Now we're on the final lap. Beatnik about 1 second behind, so he's not going to be making a move on Renz anytime soon unless Renz does the exact same thing as Wagner. Mintoki trying to make a kind of maybe late move here to get... What is that? Okay. I mean, you can't change a driver between the sprint and the main. Mug. But anyway, Mintoki putting a pressure on Wagner. Wagner just trying to do anything to maybe get past Wagner. Mintoki doing anything, but Renz is going to... Finally, that win comes for him. He's had a couple times now where he's just come close, but not close enough. It's only a sprint race, but they're there. Renz wins in... I've just realised I pressed the wrong button anyway. He wins the sprint race in Austria. Third place goes to Rose on their debut as well, coming third place. And a good result for Ferrari. P6, Mintoki did get past Wagner there at the end of the session. Natalie, P7 with Villas rounding out the session. But Ren's there, getting a little win. I was not even on him, so don't know how that works. There you go. Ren's gets the race win, 1.2 seconds, quite comfortable, starting on the hards as well. And yeah. Kai Harris apparently has had session issues, which is why he's down in P19. Martin, mate, that is not how it works. Between the sessions, this is the same lobby, so Kai Harris is going to be in that car. Oh, whoops, we better go on here. Rose actually got that fastest lap at the end, so that's quite fun. How was there so many warnings? Oh my god, so many warnings. Yeah. As there we go. So Ren's getting the win, pole to win. Finally, some good Ren's racing as well. Don't think I saw any terrorism from him, which says quite a lot considering he is his history, especially this season. He's kind of gone back. Last season he was pretty good, pretty clean, and then he just suddenly, Beatnik now leaves. That's just Americans, mate. Right. Well, now we're on to the actual kind of session that really matters, which is the main quali session. Oh, Wagner spun. The Wagner special. Oh dear. We live in a bad world. This happened in Saudi as well. So Wagner really not like him, but maybe, that's kind of got it out of his system and he can kind of forget about it now, and yeah, who knows. As I've got to now go back to guessing who's where. But I don't need to guess who's coming out first. I do need to guess apparently, because it's not who I thought. It is who I thought. Oh, it's a Haas. Who is it? It's Bo Ellis actually. It's Caddy. I'll find it eventually. P22, the one position I can't select. There you go. As Bo Ellis is going to lead us away in this quali session. That's good. No, Marley's doing their redoing their setup, so they'll be last. Well, yeah, I mean that worked, didn't it, mate? He came out straight away, pretty much. Well, as Bo Ellis is running through to start the first lap of the actual qualifying session. See, I'm not sure how I feel about short quali. I feel like it's just very boring. I don't know, it just seems too quick. As Bo is rounding through to start the lap. A little bit of traffic, but stays well out the way. This is her 16.3 in the first sector, beaten by 4 tenths by Lyra. As Gula is about 3 tenths behind his teammate. Their teammate, because I don't know what they are. As Bo in the Cadillac has been struggling all season, been begging me to move down to Div 3. I have refused every single time, but maybe it's just the Cadillac. Gotta think about that. They round through turn 6 into 7. There's a little bit of traffic, and if we look ahead now, has absolute clear track. Lucky not to invalidate there. Lyra doing a good lap so far. as we head round turn 9 in towards turn 10. This sweepy section easy to invalidate on the exits, even the inside of the final corner as Bo crosses the line, and Lyra's going to cross the line straight away and is going to actually back out of their lap, I believe. No, there you go. They've crossed the line now. For some reason, Gula, no, it just took a while to come up. As Hopton is, okay, right, we're back to this, are we? We'll click on it. As we're on Wagner right now. De Bruyne goes up into P2. Wagner's going to be next across the line. Of course, Wagner, as we know, is very quick as he crosses the line, and he's not going to be quick enough. He's slower than Lyra in the first attempts, as Marley is next across the line, goes up into P5. Good lap from him. As we watch Krajank across the line, goes up into P6. Next across the line is Skies. In the other Cadillac, we watched the his teammate put in a lap as he crossed the line, and they're going up into P7 ahead of their teammate by about a tenth. As a good lap. Jimenez next across the line, comes over, goes up into P4. Good lap from him. Duran is next across the line as he rounds through turn 10 in the Aston Martin on the mediums, so it's not going to be a very competitive lap time. Goes last of the people who have done laps so far. As Villas is next, is coming across. Atlee goes up into P4. I'm trying to find Villas, but he was actually below where I could even go. Goes up into P2. Lyra's on a great lap already. So was fastest already and is now fastest in Sector 1 again. As, yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would go for another lap on mediums, but yeah, who knows. As Lyra showing great pace in the Williams so far, as they cross over the line, about 10th slower already in the second sector, so not that great. As we round through turns 9, and as I said, very easy. Wagner was on the mediums, by the way, so take that as you will. As, oh, loses the rear on the final corner, and that is a lot of loss, as De Bruyne there is fastest in Sector 2. 4th place at the moment, making some improvement. I don't think it's enough to really go any higher. Maybe up into P3 ahead of Wagner. Wagner improving so slowly as De Bruyne just decides to back out their lap and cross the line and give us a little wave. As Wagner now next across the line. Mintogi finally starts a lap as well. As Hopton goes up into P5. Wagner goes P1 there, so tops the timing board for now. On the mediums as well. Rose sets fastest Sector 2. Mintoki is currently there as well. Why is it not showing Rose's time as well? Sorry, Jimenez. Okay, thanks. Yep, Rose, I believe, invalidated anyway, so it doesn't even matter now. As we watch Mintoki, no, we don't apparently. We don't watch Mintoki because I can't select Mintoki. Goes up into P2. Gula is 8th down, so this is just not worth. Jimenez is crossing the line. Can he improve? Goes up into P8. Tiny improvement. And Atlee will be next across the line in the Haas, so plenty of time between them. 3.5 tenths in the second sector off of Rose, who did top the timing board. I did try and get the timer up, but it didn't want to show up. This is very difficult when I can't see what actual position they are. It just makes them up. So yeah, Atlee crosses the line, goes up into P7. The two Hasses showing good pace so far. Villas next across the line. We'll see what the Red Bull can do. P5 at the moment. Improves, but stays P5. So a little bit behind his teammate right now. As Rose doing well so far, coming into the pits. But currently top of the timing board. Got to be happy with that, really. As let's see who can we grab, who's potentially like, yeah, Renz has just started. Oh, it's impossible to. Oh, I've just brought up the track map. Jesus Christ, man. Honestly, just anything but the actual positions. Let's get the order back up. Right, Renz is 18th. There you go. We'll watch him. He is on a lap right now. Well, it says he's on a lap. He probably invalidated his first corner, knowing Renz. But then it would show. Wagner's disconnected. Shock horror. I don't know. As far as it's in sector 1, we'll watch his lap. But I thought he kind of invalidated, because then it didn't come up automatically. So not 100%. We'll just kind of watch the lap anyway. If he's invalid, it's invalid. As Renz, Ingram, sorry, is about 10th up on Rose in the first sector. I don't think Rose did a very good first sector, as Renz is 3/10 up on Rose in the second, so it's looking to be a good lap from him. Around a 4.3 we'll probably be aiming for. As Mintoki also disconnected, so yeah, this game is just absolute buns in it. As Renz is going to cross the line and goes provisional top of the timing board with a 4.6. So not as fast as I would have expected, to be honest. As Ingram is on a slow lap as well, so we may as well not watch him. Bo Ellis, get another little lap in. One of my friends just messaged me. That's weird. As Bo Ellis down in sector 1, but nothing to threat so far. Thanks, James. James just messaged me and was like, yeah, shush. Cheers. Should be here right now, by the way. But yeah, he left me to be on my loans, on my ones. Bo Ellis not improving enough in the second sector, so just instant time gone. Invade improves in the first sector. Currently actually hasn't done a lap, so yeah, it was good. 1.1 seconds down, but that's actually quite good. That's around P14 near the Astons. That's where the Audi's kind of been. Well, this Audi indeed. Krajnik has done a good second sector as well. Only 7/10 down on Renz. And I've noticed that with him as well, is that he's done that about 2 times now, where he's been really close in the first 2 sectors. And the final sector is where it all falls. So that is just ERS, I believe, but I don't actually know. The Aston next across the line. By the way, Invade lost so much time in that last sector. Oh, and so does he. Gulale goes up into P7 though. As Luvink is next across the line. Rose improving as well. Purple in sector 2. The 2 Ferraris kind of performing well so far. Maybe the Mercedes have them a little bit over pace. Luvink, though, tops the timing board. Is Rose going to have an answer as they cross the line? Next over, they go P2. May I remind you that Luvink was in Div 3. Yeah, was in Div 3 for a while. Renz is... I don't know what Renz is doing. Jimenez coming into pits as well. As he tries to overtake. Beatnik on a lap right now. Duran is actually on a lap as well. We'll watch Beatnik, the championship leader technically. When you remove Robin. Apologies. I keep mentioning it, James, because it's crazy that he was in Div 3. Yeah. It's very insane. Duran. We'll see what lap time they do as they cross the line, but Beatnik's had a good lap so far. Duran's gone bottom, oh no, he's gone P16, sorry. And Beatnik rounding through the final corner and towards the line, maybe running a little bit wide there. We'll see what kind of lap time he can do. Goes P4, fastest sector 3 of anyone. As Skies is coming round towards the end of their lap. Jimenez coming up randomly. We'll see what Skies can do in the Cadillac. Goes P16, just ahead of both the Astons. That is exactly what they want. Wagner matching Luvink in the second sector. A car just absolutely flew across the grass there. I believe that was a Cadillac. Probably Bo, let's be real. It was Bo. Oh dear. As Wagner, we'll see what he can do. Can he top the timing boards? Crosses the line. Goes provisional pole position. And it's a 4.4. He's got more in the tank, I feel. There's definitely more lap time in that, as we have around 5.5 minutes left. As Marley is coming nearer to the, well, around middle sector. Bo, I'm not Mons. Bo's just called me Mons, that's crazy. Marley around 2 tenths slower than Wagner, which, to be honest, puts them around P4. As Mintoki, we'll see what kind of lap time she can do. She's kind of been struggling a little bit in the early phase. Marley is coming in. Cheers, mate. Yeah, but Mintoki maybe struggling a little bit so far. And Mintoki... No, Bo, it's always been me. As Mintoki is rounding through the final 2 corners, as I said. Struggling, but still showing pace and quality. That is where she gets a lot more of her pace. Goes up into P3, a tenth and a half down on Wagner so far. Atlee, after a very good sprint race performance, 3.5 tenths down, puts him around the top 7, but I reckon he can get into the top 10 easily. Potentially. As Atlee rounding through, currently P13, behind his teammate as well, goes up into P7, and a good lap by Atlee. Again, another good performance from him. Ingram, 10th up at the moment on Wagner. Not the fastest of everyone, but still a 10th up is pretty good. The other Alpine doing a lap as well. Villas starting a lap with him. Jimenez a tenth and a half down on him at the moment. So there is yeah, a lot to gain at a lot to gain for the Alpine. Ingram rounding through turn 6 and now towards turn 7, runs maybe a little bit wide, about a tenth down at the moment. Good, puts him P2 if he can maintain that that final sector, but I don't think he'll have the pace in the final sector. It seems to be the kind of strat is that everyone burns everything and then they get to the final sector and they've got absolutely nothing. We'll see what Ingram can do in the Alpine. Crosses the line and it's up into P7 ahead of Atlee. Next is Jimenez. And yeah, it's C is not going to be as good. Invalidates on the final corner as well. So that's unlucky for the Alpine driver. Villas, currently P10, struggling a lot more than Mintoki. Goes up into P2. That's more like it for the Red Bull team. Mintoki maybe on a slow lap here. We'll see how this second sector, it seems like a slow lap, I don't know, but she is matching Wagner and has improved in the second sector. It just didn't seem as like flat out, if you know what I mean. It definitely seemed a little bit more kind of composed. Hopton improving on Wagner, Atlee improving on himself. As Mintoki crosses the line, goes up into P3. So 2-3 at the moment for the Red Bull team. That's a lot better than after the words. Yeah, nice one. After the sprint race, Wagner's improving on his own lap by a tenth. Atlee 3 tenths down on Wagner at the moment, puts him around where Beatnik and Ingram, or kind of Ingram really, them two kind of seem to be fighting quite a lot. It wasn't James that coded the app, mate. It was Mons, but the app was coded. Hopton crosses the line. That's a slow lap. Wagner fastest in sector 2, 1.5 tenths up at the moment. Renz beats that lap and is also 2.5 tenths up. Renz showing great pace here compared to his teammate, and Wagner, known for bottling races a little bit, slides through the final corner, and we'll see what kind of lap time he can lay on the board. His teammate's going to settle up right after him. We'll see. He goes provisional pole position there with a 4.2, 10th up on his teammate. That is a good lap by Renz. Again, Renz pole in the sprint race. He's now top of the timing board in the main quali. Doran is about 1.2 seconds down, maybe improving to the Cadillacs. That's kind of the fight really is between the Audis, the Cadillacs and the Astons. As Lyra, now back in the session, is on a good lap as well, right behind Durham actually. As Durham crosses the line, stays P18, Lyra goes up into P7, good lap for the Williams, kind of being best of the rest, exactly like we want. As the Red Bull invalidates around the final corner. Rose purple in sector 2. It seems very common that Rose is the fastest in that middle sector. They seem to be more dominant. Mintoki retires. P4 is the best she'll get. As Rose comes across, can she take... Oh, that's she. They take pole position, and it's only P2 for them. I think it's TJ. It is TJ, actually. I've just remembered. I believe, so... Yeah. As Skies invalidates on the inside there. All was just slow. Krajan next across the line in the Aston Martin. These are kind of the lower down positions here that we're fighting for as they stay in that position. Invade next across the line stays P19. Beatnik is next across the line. We'll see where he can do in the McLaren. P8 at the moment, kind of further back than he would have liked. We'll get him up the order. We'll see where he can go up. It's only P6. As there is improvement. The checkered flag is out. Matthew Oliver improving in the second sector. And Renz has set another fastest sector 1. So maybe not. Maybe no. I don't think he has, because I don't think he's on a lap. As Matthew Oliver around the final corner, just sideways. And, well, that's an unfortunate end to his lap. Marley will cross the line. Oh, my God, this car's just packed on the outside. Stays P11. Luvink needs a good lap to end the session. P7 at the moment. Goes up into P4 with a blistering last sector. Wagner crosses the line. Can he take pole? No, he can't. And Renz has spun around the final corner. But there is no one else on track. And it's Renz again. Takes pole position just like he did. Okay, right. You just did not need to do that, bro. But Renz takes pole position just like he did in the sprint race. He now does it for the main race. And he's showing a lot of pace. Yeah, Rose is TJ. So that's pretty... I forgot that he changed his name. So I have to try and remember that. Or I'll call TJ a she. Which is funnier. But it definitely seems like Mercedes versus Ferrari here. A 10th covering that top 4. Renz coming out, of course, on top. Wagner maybe just bottling that final run. Yeah, but there we go. We now head into the main event. And Kai Harris, I believe, is not in the session. So that's going to be fun for him. Fun for McLaren when they get a DSQ as well. One person that they can't get the CO action with. Because I believe they... No, they didn't do one this week. Because Martin just hates it. Bo is starting P21 and will not finish last. Well done, Bo. We're proud of you. Pretty sure Mons and James can both be my side. Okay, right, we're starting a race. We're 5 red lights. And we're underway for the actual race. Finally underway. And Renz holds on to his lead. Rose trying to hold it through in towards turn 1. It's a beautiful start from the 2 Ferraris, the 2 Red Bulls fighting it out as we head towards turn 3. And look at the chaos of cars going towards the 2 Red Bulls side by side as we head towards turn 3. The Williams braking a little bit late, trying to put pressure on the McLaren. That's Beatnik. Oh my goodness, there's an absolute car crash gone on here. The Cadillac and the Audi of Invade and Bo Ellis, I believe that was... No, it was Sky and Matthew Oliver. Sorry, everyone's just started moving up. Have made contact and spun around, got attached. There was other drivers involved there as well, but Rose putting pressure on Renz, not going out without a fight here. I don't even know what I meant by that, to be honest. As there's Beatnik and Lyra going side by side. Lyra down the inside. Beatnik holds the outside and holds on to his P7 at the moment, but Renz sticking in the lead of the race. I don't know why that's just randomly paused. I didn't press any buttons. I need to keep listening out for my thing because last time it just randomly died. So we'll have to just keep an eye as we head back, get the interval gaps. Boom, we are ready. 2 Ferrari. Luvink under pressure from Mintoki. Mintoki heading towards now turn 3. Holds on to the position at the moment as we look further down. Marley making a move on Invade down the straight. Now down the inside goes the Haas. That is De Bruyne down the inside of Invade. And they're going to go side by side. De Bruyne has got the position done and moves up into P15 there. as a fight for. As we look further again up front, Mintoki holding on to P5 at the moment, but not really putting enough pressure on Luvink to force a move. And I think this is going to kind of be I think it's a 1 or 2 stop race. So we could see some strikes. I believe the top guys will definitely do a 1 stop though, so it's just how it is. The two Red Bulls close together. Villas seeming to kind of be pushing Mintoki along a little bit here, so Villas will kind of feel as in a way that he should get, well, kind of be let past. Mintoki runs a little bit wide there at turn 1. TJ sets the fastest lap so far, so putting pressure on Renz as we head down towards turn 3. Thought he was going to go for a send there. Oh my goodness, Wagner absolutely flew in out of nowhere and luckily stops the car in time and doesn't slam into the back of Rose, and that's given them guys a big gap and now has put him under pressure by Luvink and Mintoki. Neither have managed to get past, and now Wagner's got to catch back up to Rose a little bit just to make sure he's well within the overtake window. I think he is now. Rose coming round through behind Renz. Renz not really showing a lot of pace right now in this early phase. However, maybe he's just holding on to some pace and holding on to his tyres for a little bit. TJ kind of sitting behind and waiting his turn, really. Could work with Renz to try and pull away from his teammate and Renz's teammate, but probably isn't going to. They're probably going to kind of nip and tuck for the whole kind of race. Beatnik, the lone wolf, kind of currently in P7, so he'll want to do a little bit better. Gula's already got 3 seconds, same with Skies, as we head towards turn 3 again for the 4th time, and no move so far. Villas still around 3 tenths behind his teammate. As we head towards turn 4, I think it's all kind of nice and neat and tidy. Wagner's kind of recovered after that massive lockup, and I think Wagner everyone kind of just biding their time a little bit. Hopton putting a bit of pressure on the race, on the Alpine. The Racing Bulls and Alpine have been close so far. Wagner's actually moved up. TJ's lost a lot of time. TJ's down to P4. Under pressure from Mintoki as well. Mintoki on the outside towards turn 9. That was going to be difficult. Yeah, TJ does get past, but TJ's made a big mistake there and bottled a little bit. Not 100% sure on what happened, if there was maybe contact between the two of them. But anyway, Mintoki and Villas now right behind Rose, and Wagner now in P2. So Mercedes 1-2 again, just like we saw in the main race. And I don't know, like this, yeah, absolute bottle really, as Jimenez gets past Gula, as there's a little bit of wheel spin on the exit. I'm not 100% sure on who that was. I could hear it as we head towards turn 4. No one really shaping up any moves, but I thought that last time, and then suddenly Rose just decided to lose positions for no reason, as Hopton is back past Gula. They're side by side. Gula is on the outside, Hopton on the on the inside, which then turns into the outside, but it doesn't matter. He has got that position up into P11, can now fight the Alpine of Jimenez. As we'll look at Mintoki, who's putting pressure on Rose, putting quite a lot of pressure, 1/10 at the moment. It's close between these kind of top 9 really. There is the train, and it seems to be the classic kind of top 7 as you'd expect. Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren. That is similar to how you'd expect it in real life. Maybe Beatnik a little bit lower down than he would have liked. Mintoki almost hitting into the back of Rose, but had it completely under control, unlike Wagner had it controlled a minute ago. As we head through now towards turn 4, Wagner doing okay. Rose kind of sitting behind his teammate right now. Luvink doing really well in his debut D2 race. Of course, he's no stranger to winning after his performance in Div 3, as Gula there overtaken by Krajank. I'll get it eventually. As Villas, by the way, has actually just dropped down to P8. So he's been overtaken by Beatnik and Lyra. So something's gone on there. Sometimes things just happen, and it takes so long for them to register that Yeah, it's like when I'm watching, nothing happens, and then I stop watching, something happens instantly. So, yeah, that's unfortunate as we now watch Mintoki as she heads down the straight in the slipstream of Rose. Just can't seem to make a move, lets off quite a lot just to make sure that they can, yeah, save. I don't know what I'm saying about. I'll hide that live speed. I mean, I don't know. These guys just seem to be taking it very easy. Oh, Mintoki thinking about a move there, but these guys seem to be making it very kind of just trainy today. They're just not really trying to pull away. They're more just holding each other. Vilas did get past Lyra, but Lyra and Atlee kind of sitting with him a little bit. It's kind of, yeah, just very, very trainy race so far. Lyra not really putting much pressure on Vilas, as Mintoki's not really putting much pressure on Rose at this point because the gaps are close. But yeah, this is a very DRS trainee kind of vibe. Like, this is kind of what you'd see around here. I remember around here it always used to be pretty bad, but I feel like it used to be better. As Wagner is looking to make a move on Renz, it looked like he had the move already done there as we head towards turn 3, but holds on to his position. And of course, as soon as I switch away from Mintoki and Rose, they swap positions. Just a beautiful moment, really. As Rose is now maybe using the energy in a different position and holds position, stays P5, Mintoki up into P4. As now Mintoki can try and put pressure. It's a good race for her so far because she's ahead of Beatnik, but we'll need Beatnik to lose a couple more positions. Maybe her teammate needs to come into fruition a little bit and kind of just put a little bit of pressure on Beatnik. She loses the rear a little bit there. And now we'll be under pressure from Rose again. 1/10 between the two. And I think Wagner sat right behind his teammate, kind of pushing Renz along a little bit. And, oh, a puncture's actually a thing, yeah. All right, 3/10, yeah, surely Wagner gets the move in towards turn 3 as we head down the straight. Wagner burning a little bit as much as he can, puts into the, you know, he decides. We'll see the kind of, yeah, the battery percentages is quite close between the two. Wagner having a little bit more, boosting a little bit as well. Renz not boosting as much, but doesn't need to. He's kind of just holding on to his current position. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Vilas makes the move down the outside. He's trying on Lyra. Lyra's going to hold it down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact on the exit. And Vilas has got the inside for... Oh, there's a big contact between the Williams. Another big contact as well after. And Vilas gets through, but lots of contact involved. Trying to get past Lyra. That was a bit dangerous there from the Red Bull. And yeah, that was a bit ropey. Also, as you guys are there, any CEOs watching, keep an eye on the pit line when we see people coming to the pits. We'll try and see as much. Mainly pit entry has been very bad for pit lines, so make sure you guys kind of watch out for them, and if you see them, flag them straight away and get them reported. Yeah, CEOs and TPs may as well. It's I mean, it's ratty, but you know, it is something. Nisev, you are a CEO, man. As Mintoki, oh, I'd thought about making a move on Luvink in towards turn 6, but decided against it. These guys just look like they're kind of running around at half speed. Like, they're just kind of there. It's, yeah. I mean, there's not much going on right now, to be honest. They're just, this top 5 are kind of sitting in a little train. Rose and Vilas drop back a little bit from the group. Lyra's putting pressure on Vilas though still. We will watch these guys head towards, yeah, oh, Mintoki I think got a better exit than Luvink there out of turn 1. As we head now towards turn 3, is she going to make it? Nah, that's not Mintoki known for not kind of, you know, she is very a very clean driver. She wouldn't kind of absolutely send it. Lyra sat right behind Villas, putting more pressure on Villas again and slowing them both down. Atlee just enjoying this in P9, kind of just watching this. As these three kind of fighting it out for P8 right now. Lyra kind of, I don't know, Lyra not really putting much. I mean, it's kind of the theme of this race is to kind of chill and be nice. It's to just chill, sit behind, don't make any moves, and eventually you'll get it. Ingram is not contracted to Alpine, no. But I'm going to have to change it. Mintoki going for an outside move, maybe setting up for a switch back on TJ. TJ having to kind of, Luvink, sorry. Oh, a little bit of contact on the exit. I think Luvink lost the rear a little bit, and now he's under pressure from Beatnik, who's going to try and go around the outside as we head towards turn 4. Beatnik, oh, slides into the corner, and are they struggling with tyre wear? No. I mean, Luvink is. Luvink's on 65%, so we'll probably have to... I mean, we'll probably be fine for a one-stop, but... Yeah. I don't know. I might let Ingram stay, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'll probably have to tell Vanta that. Yeah, we watched that. So, Luvink, lucky to only kind of lose one position there. Very old tyres. We'll probably be seeing some pit stops anytime soon, I believe. Ingram going for any alternate strategy, actually, as we talk about him. Okay, that is the suboptimal line. As we head now down towards turn 3 again. Is Beatnik going to put maybe a dive down the inside of Luvink? Nope, he holds position for now. Luvink kind of struggling on those old tyres. He's kind of, yeah, slowing down. He's outside the overtake range, so this lap, if he can't gain another 2 temps. Mintoki, I hate you. Every time I kind of switch in, you're like, you've got a horrible angle. And, yeah, Marley's tyres are also screwed. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that we've seen a pit stop. There's a lot going on for these guys right now. I like this shot's quite nice for it. Yep. As Beatnik did get past Luvink. Luvink really probably didn't have much of a choice. As the Red Bull and Lyra again. Villas getting overtaken. Villas maybe going for a move down towards turn 1 would be an ambitious move into turn 1. Would be a silly move into turn 1. Decides to hold position for now as we head towards turn 3, and it's Renz versus Wagner again. Wagner down the inside has made the move, and now on the exit, Renz has got a better exit. Wagner takes the lead for a couple seconds there. Renz gets him back and is back up into the lead of the race. The two Mercedes squabbling a little bit, but Mintoki is the only driver that's really a threat to them behind, so they have the time to kind of fight each other. As we head through turn 4 with these guys instead, with Lyra, Villas and Atlee. Atlee just kind of chilling. Bo Ellis, a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Sadly, I can't watch the pit lane like the whole time. It's quite annoying. As we head through into the pits, Mintoki comes into the pits. So she is making the first call to come in, lap 15. Definitely plenty of time in the race to take hards, I'd say. As Villas is now under pressure from Atlee this time, as Lyra pits. And we'll see how Atlee can do in this. I don't think Atlee's really been putting... I don't think Atlee's been putting pressure on anybody, to be honest. I'll be real. He's just kind of sat behind them too, kind of just relaxing as we watch. I mean, the exit of turn 3 is horrible, isn't it? As we head down towards turn 4 with Atlee. Atlee slams it in, but it's not really going to work like that, is it? Rose has now got past Luvink. So that gap is increasing behind, and Beatnik has also dropped quite heavily away from the two Mercedes. If you look at the tyre wear from them, you know, oh, there we go. We got a pit stop from Wagner. Wagner gets as close to the inside as possible. There was nowhere on earth he was cutting that line as he comes into the pits. And now Beatnik is Beatnik gonna come in as well? I've clicked P2. I clicked P3. So Luvink comes in as well. We're gonna have Atlee and Villas come in as Lyra sets the fastest sector 2. We're going to see where the Williams kind of can come out as we round through turn 10. Mintoki is also going to be one to watch of where she comes out. She's currently P6 ahead of Wagner. That is the important one, and ahead of Wagner by around 2 seconds as well. So that undercut is heavy, and Lyra has actually gained on Luvink as well in that pit stop phase. Now putting a lot of pressure on Luvink in the Ferrari. Oh, a little bit contact. Lyra gets a 3 second as well for track limits. So Lyra now has that 3 seconds to fight with. Under pressure as well from, who is that behind? Villas. No, it's not Villas. It's a Cadillac. It's a lapped car. Kind of getting in the way a little bit. As we head through, Renz locks up as he comes into the pits. All three of them coming in. We're going to see an Alpine come in, but which one is going to come in is the question. And it's going to be neither. Oh, wait, they're on hard. So actually, yeah, we're not going to see him in. And Mintoki will want to dispatch of them as quick as possible. The top 3 coming in. Mintoki should take the lead of the race. However, she's got her Wagner breathing down her neck now as she goes down the inside of one of the Alpines in towards turn 1. And now down the straight, we can kind of... That just did it. Observe just happened. As Mintoki is now going to want to try and get past in towards turn 3, sorry. And she's up in the lead of the race. And now it's Wagner's turn to make his way through this Alpine traffic. We'll see what he can do. As we head towards turn 4. I don't really want it to observe every time I click a button. As, wow, Ingram just let Wagner through. Yeah, that was insane. James actually said someone shift the Alpines from my drivers, and literally Ingram just like got out of the way. So there's one. Wagner now just the one Alpine to catch as he kind of tries to make the move there. Maybe a little bit of contact going in towards the final corner. Really getting held up. Has got his teammate pushing him now as they head towards turn 1. They're 3 wide going in. That was a really beautiful long shot. Wagner holds on to the onto P2. It slowed them down from Mintoki quite a bit though. And that Alpine will, you know, I don't think Mercedes will be sending the Alpine a Christmas card if they lose this race. But that was good from Jimenez to hold on as much as he could. He's not really in the fight as he's on a different strat. He's going to pit onto those mediums as the two Mercedes side by side. This is for P2. Wagner on the outside, Renz on the inside. And Renz has got the move done this time. And that is going to be... No, sorry, it's Wagner on there. I swapped the 2 rounds as I thought I was watching Wagner, but... Since I was watching Renz, as now down the inside. Oh my goodness, Renz going for an absolute send into turn 7. The two Mercedes scrapping away. And now Wagner holds on to P2. Mercedes slowing each other down. Really, like, I don't know why they're fighting so much, but giving Mintoki that chance to pull away a little bit. Not enough, really, to warrant the fight, to be honest. I mean, it's only 2 seconds, the gap. But still putting loads of, you know, I don't know, just fighting each other instead of kind of working as a team. I think we're seeing 2016 Mercedes here with these two fighting at Austria. Are we going to see one driver get damaged? Well, from the looks of it, it kind of seems like that's the way it's going. Beatnik is going to make a move down towards the Alpine now. Down already. Great exit out of turn 3. And now on the run towards turn 4, it's an easy overtake. Renz can't make the move this time around, but still keeping within Wagner. And they're starting to gain more on Mintoki now. So they are now, yeah, they're kind of being a bit more civil with each other, maybe. As Lyra is putting a lot of stress under Luvink. It's 2 tenths the gap. And that Luvink actually has got Lyra, Rose and Vilas right behind, putting pressure on him. So he's under quite a lot of stress in the front of that little train. They don't want to fall too far back from Beatnik, who is looking he's got a kind of free ride to P4 here. Where he's kind of too far ahead of the rest and too far behind the rest. So he's kind of in a little no man's land. As Renz down towards turn 3. I thought Renz was going to maybe think about a move when I saw that the gap was only 1/10. I was wrong. Lyra trying to set up a move around the outside. It's going to be a switchback on Luvink, and that is a beautiful move, a beautiful switchback, and Lyra gets the move done, and now Rose is going to put pressure on the other Ferrari, backs out, and no, sorry, Rose actually gets past as I switched, as the two Mercedes swap again. Luckily, they kind of don't fight it out this time. They kind of work more as a team instead of slowing each other down. So Lyra takes P6, Rose up into P7, Luvink down to P8, but still all the Alpine is really slowing these guys down as Lyra there gets past the Alpine. Next up is going to be the Ferrari. And I'm sure that, there you go, the Alpine is coming into the pits. Oh, it's such a difficult pit lane entry, and in all of that, Rose has actually got past Lyra in towards the final corner, and now Rose is leading this kind of group of 4 cars with the 2 Ferraris, the 1 Williams and the 1 Red Bull, all scrapping it out. And this is for P5, so good points for any team really. Ferrari would of course want more after their success in this division so far. This is kind of the reason. It just randomly happens sometimes. I didn't even press a button and that just showed up. It's kind of cool. It's like Mons is controlling it secretly, but he's not. It's weird. As we head through. That's like fully thrown me off. Oh, there we go. Renz is now in the within the overtake. Maybe I am. Are you actually? Because if you are, that's kind of cool. Put the live speed up right now. We watch Renz sitting behind Mintoki. Okay, you can't do it there, mate. Oh, he can! He actually did it! Oh, that's insane. I didn't know he could control me. That scares me a little bit, I can't lie. I don't like it. As we head through now towards turn 2. 3, sorry, not turn 2. Yeah, and this is he is in my cage. Mintoki has got a right job to do here for the rest of the race. We've got around 15 laps remaining, 24% tyre wear, not too similar to, or not too different from Wagner. So it's looking good. Lyra around 35%. As he's starting to use some of the graphics that I don't use. As yeah, there you go. You see the improvement from Renz over the last 3 laps has been very large. So the gap's been closing, and Renz really trying to keep with Mintoki, but I'm sure there'll be a move made. But you know, it's one thing to catch, it's another thing to overtake. So Renz will have to, you know, putting in the hard work to try and make a move on Mintoki. Mintoki doing very well so far. Yeah, I think Marley's just struggling with their tyres. I mean, yeah, they're struggling in general. Bo Ellis gets a 3 seconds. Nice one, mate. We'll quickly tune down to this little fight again going on for P5, sorry. Rose kind of a little bit more clear. Luvink putting pressure on Lyra. Lyra really struggling to defend, but doing it, but just struggling to kind of, you know, do a both, you know, perform well plus defend. It's very difficult to balance both. Vilas has been at the back of this queue for a while now, to be honest. He's been sat behind the Ferrari. And yeah, I mean, it's not really a fight for the lead, is it, when they're going through sector 2 and 3? Because most of the time, you're in corners, mate. Oh, yeah, Zhang. Rip Zhang. As Mintoki still holding on. Ren's now towards turn 3. Is he going to make a move at all? Down the inside. Mintoki harvesting early. Ren's down the inside in towards turn 3. Mintoki's going to let him go. Tries to prioritise the exit. Ren's parks it on the apex and takes the lead of the race. However, Mintoki will have the energy to burn that she recovered going in towards that corner. And she holds on to position as a yellow flag. I think that's Villas. No, it's not. It's Lyra in the wall on the exit of turn 3, and has to make sure that she doesn't, they don't, sorry, make any moves, as Mintoki is now down into P2 and in a safe P2. Wagner now in P3 will, well, not now in P3, in P3 will now want to make a move on Mintoki. Mintoki, I mean, I don't see a situation where Mintoki can hold on, but you know, she has the pace. She's been quick this whole season, had a couple blips. Now she wants that race win as we head towards turn 1, right up behind Ren. She is not giving up here. She believes that she can do it. 2 Mercedes versus 1 Red Bull. Very outnumbered here, but she's still going to try. As I think there was contact between Villas and Lyra. Mintoki down the inside in towards turn 3. Renz is going to try and hold it on the outside. Mintoki gets the better exit as they storm now towards turn 4. Mintoki has taken the lead, but Renz will want to try and make a move as well. He pulls to the inside. We know how he races. He goes down the inside for the move. It's going to give Wagner maybe a chance on the exit. No, it doesn't. Mintoki has to cede position as well and stay in P2. Oh my god, there's 3 wide. Oh my god. Renz. Oh my goodness. How that didn't end up in an absolute pile-up. My voice just died halfway through that because I saw Wagner just storm in and try and make the move down the inside. Renz holds on to the lead for now, and Mintoki holds on to P2. The lap car stays well out the way. Probably Bo Ellis, knowing 46 seconds behind, by the way. As Mintoki is now under more pressure by Wagner after trying to make that move. And I don't know if it's going to be enough to make it in towards turn 3 like she did last lap. Mintoki holds on to P2 for now. And will need a good exit and need another chance like she had. There are plenty of laps left for something to happen. As Wagner's going to go for a move down the inside of turn 4. Mintoki's going to hold it round the outside. And is she going to be able to make it stick? Very wide she goes to open up the corner as much as she can. And Wagner now fighting is going to really help his teammate to try and pull away from the lead. Mintoki really kind of slowing him down. We all want Mintoki to win, but I think 2 Mercedes versus that 1 Red Bull, it is definitely an outnumbered fight that she is struggling against. But she's still doing well as Wagner is in P3, still hunting down Mintoki. Mintoki still doing very well to hold on to these Mercedes too. Of course, her car is a lot slower than the Mercedes here, especially because of the ERS demand and the speed you need from the ERS. It's very Mercedes-based track. And I'm surprised we're not seeing... Well, I'm surprised that she's keeping up with them as well as she is. Luckily, kind of in the overtake window, so she has a little, a little help. As she kind of eases off into the throttle, getting ready as we head down towards turn 4. Last time, Wagner tried a move into there. This time he doesn't. Villas is currently putting... Luvink under a lot of pressure. Gula 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Mintoki again will cut back to. Horrible camera angles they've given Mintoki, by the way. Let's go Simon Wagner. Yeah, nice one, mate. As Mintoki just kind of sitting a little bit behind right now, not really putting pressure on Renz as much as she would have wanted. We'll have a little look at the tyre wear real quick. And Marley is on 80% tyres. Yeah. Ingram is on 50, so those tyres are going to really struggle. Same with Lyra's 60% tyres. Mintoki down the inside of Renz, and it's a beautiful move from Mintoki. She's going to have to work hard on the exit, though, as they go side by side towards turn 4. And Mintoki, is she going to hold it this time? Yes, she does. She's going to try and hold it down the inside. Maybe contact on the exit. No, I don't think there was. And this time, Renz is on the outside. It turns it to the inside for the next corner. So Mintoki accepts that she hasn't got the move done this time, but she has... Yeah, she has next time around. Surely she can make one of these moves stick. She's putting on the pressure. Renz is struggling to deal with it, but, well, not struggling really, is he? He's holding on very well. As Marley now is P16 and very much struggling on those old tyres. Surprised there hasn't been about 10 punctures for Marley. As the top 3 separated by 5/10 of a second. They are very close. As that is not optimal, Renz. We'll see if that maybe stacks up into warnings as we go towards turn 3. No sends this time. We'll have a look. Apparently, Renz only has 1 warning. I've seen him go off about 4 times, go off of that corner. Yeah, the only person really to look out for is maybe, you know, Luvink and Vilas for warning-wise. Mintoki holds on to B2 for now. Of course, at the Red Bull Ring, she'll want to win here for Red Bull. Make her CEO very happy. I don't even know how the Div 3 race was done, to be honest, but I don't know if they can report them for like warnings. If it's continuous, if they have proof that it's like, you know, like constant kind of like, you know, exceeding track limits and clearly kind of retaining or gaining an advantage. If they have like constant, then yeah. But anyway, Mintoki heads now towards turn 1, still kind of sitting behind Renz. Are we going to see a move? I really hope we do. I hope we see a successful one. Tyre wear wise, Mintoki is the worst out of the 3 really, as Renz is holding down the inside, Mintoki on the outside. And it's going to be Mintoki on the exit. Can she get a good exit? She's launched from the exit. Pulls to the outside towards turn 4. Horrible camera angle again. Is she going to be able to hold the move around the outside? It's going to be difficult. She isn't entitled to that space because Renz held it off very nicely. And that's going to give Wagner a chance to potentially make a move. He's not going to be able to. And that means that Mintoki holds on to P2 again. And for another lap, we're seeing these 3 in this same order of Renz, Mintoki, and Wagner. Beatnik has been P4 for so long. He's just kind of chilling there, really, not really doing much. As Wagner there thought about a potential move on Mintoki in towards turn 9, decided not to. And, well, here we go. I believe someone called Ray got reported in Britain for like exceeding track limits loads and not getting warnings. He got like 20 seconds of pens. Yellow flag, that's a Cadillac, so that's just slowing down to get out of the way. Are we going to see a move? Mintoki down the inside in towards turn 3. She's trying her oh my, we'll pick the right camera in a minute. She's trying her hardest to make one of these moves stick, but Renz on the exit every single time can just plant it and get away. And then we head towards turn 4. She's holding around the outside. She breaks extremely late. Is she going to be able to cut back? No, she's not. And now she's got Wagner. A little bit of contact between the 2. Wagner putting pressure on the outside. Is he going to be able to hold it around the outside of turn 6? No, he's not. Mintoki holds on to P2. We've still got 5 more laps left of this. And currently, I think Mintoki is kind of giving and taking, really. She's putting pressure on Wagner, but Wagner down the inside, and he's just made the move into P2. That was very out of, like, well, you know, very random place to kind of go for the lead, for the position there. And Mintoki now moves down into P3 and gives Wagner the chance to now try and make a move on his teammate. Is he going to play the team game this time around, or is he going to still fight? We saw very much fighting earlier on in the race. Are we going to see that same levels of aggression between them? The Audi's got front row seats for this. As we head now towards turn 4, is Wagner going to make the kind of move that we've been seeing from Mintoki? I don't think he is, as Ren's a little bit loose on the rim, and Wagner probably has the best tyres out of the 3 of them, really. If you have a little look at the tyre wear, you can see It's similar, but Wagner has the worst tyres, actually. Don't know how that's happened. He put on the same lap as Wagner. But, yeah, Mintoki has them as well. 74% for Ingram. It's maybe something to look out for on those medium tyres. As Wagner, wouldn't it be crazy if maybe we just saw an absolute pile-up between these two? Mintoki went on to win the race and Beatnik went on to get P2. Wouldn't that be insane? But no, surely they won't fight again. Well, we thought that at the start of the race, and they did, so who knows? Wagner sitting behind, waiting for a moment to pounce on his teammate. Kind of being a little bit more wary, though, maybe, because it is his teammate. He kind of wants to, kind of hold it off. Mintoki is breathing down his neck as well. Look at this, tucked up in the slipstream. Is she going to make a move down the inside into turn 4? No, she holds off for now, maybe trying to prioritise the exit out of turn 4. It's okay, but maybe burning a little bit was Wagner there. Have a little look. They're on similar battery levels, so they're kind of using in the same places. But yeah, nice one, Mons. Oh dear. As head through turn 9, Mintoki's still there. The Cadillac staying well out the way there. As Beatnik's been closing ever so slightly on this gap ahead. 1.9 seconds between them. However, these guys have been fighting a little bit, and I feel like he would have wanted to gain a little bit more. Is that Lyra that's just spun? Lyra has spun. And is there a puncture maybe for the Williams? The Williams was doing really well as well, up in P8. It's now slowing down. I think maybe a potential puncture. I think the front right looks a bit gross. Yeah, front right puncture. You can see it, a puncture for the Williams, and that's going to, that's going to caution them. Wagner's actually taken the lead and all that. Mintoki is now putting pressure on Renz this time. And we head now. That is very unfortunate for the Williams team. They have had an absolutely honking race, really, after that. They're now P17 as well. Lyra gets a 10-second for speeding in the pits. Yep. Well, there we go. Renz putting pressure now on Wagner and actually does make the move on Wagner round the outside as we head on to the penultimate lap now. Renz has taken the lead. The problem with this is that you take the lead for one lap and you can easily get it, yeah, the seeds, there you go. As Renz down the inside, he's still leading. Sorry, that was Wagner. See, this is the thing. I'm watching P1, P2. It switches to P1, but then it like randomly, it switches me. I don't know. Oh my God, a Williams has spun. But it was, I'm not even sure who that was. But the Williams spins in front, and now Beatnik. That's not Beatnik. That's Beatnik. Mintoki bottle. What has happened to Mintoki? And she's now down. She's down to P4. Mintoki somehow, after putting pressure on the there's no way she's not got a puncture or anything. She's made a mistake. She did a Wagner basically. Renz will be hoping for that as well as we head on towards the final lap soon. Round turn 9. And it's just the two Mercedes now. Beatnik was gaining every single lap, but he's not gained enough to challenge this lap. He's going to be under challenge from Mintoki, the two championship rivals. And these two are also championship rivals in the fight as well. Renz behind Wagner as we head down the straight. They're all going to burn. Wagner seems better off. Renz is going to hold on behind. Wagner uses that more just to stay ahead. Renz needs to set up for the line outside of turn 3 to get the better exit towards turn 4. That is the last real key overtaking spot for him. There is maybe a move into turn 9, but it's not as common as we've seen this race. It still is common, but it's not. I mean, everyone spins, but I'm trying to watch everyone, bro. As Renz is going to hold position at the moment. Wagner's going to keep hold of the lead for now. But as we very well know, Wagner known for random bottle moments. He's definitely keeping more clear. Renz is sitting right behind him. Lyra retires. Renz going to try and make a move on the outside. No, he's going to back out there. Just sticks behind. Is there going to be a move into the final corner? Renz down the inside. Is he going to be able to hold on track? He is going to be able to hold on track. They're side by side. And it's going to be... It's Wagner! Wagner wins the race. They're literally identical as they cross the line. And that is insane finish. What a move by Renz to try and make that move. Wow. That was close. 0.034. Wow. The two Mercedes. Renz. That's insane. That was insane to try. That could have crashed. That could have easily been a pile up between the two Mercedes. But Wagner comes out on top, finally gets that win that he needs to just move him up a little bit in the championship. If we have a look at the top 5, we'll see Beatnik, of course, will still be in the lead, but Wagner moves up into P2, only 4 points behind. Mintoki also in that fight, same with Renz. Those kind of, if you ignore Robin, that top 4 is close. And if we have a quick look at the Constructors' top 5 and how that affects it, Ferrari will still hold on to that lead, but Red Bull gain a little bit, Mercedes a massive amount. They're actually, all 3 of them are joint on points now for P2. That is insane. Is that I've just thought, is that a home Grand Prix win then? Because I just saw the Austrian flag. Is Wagner Austrian? If that is the case, that's a home Grand Prix win for him. I hope he is. I really hope he is. But if we look at the race results there, Mercedes having the best day that they could have. 1-2 in the sprint, 1-2 in the main race. TJ got fastest lap in both races as well, so fair play to him. We had one DNF, which was on the final lap, and one, non-starter. Fair enough. There we go. We'll just get the lovely thing. Is there any cut the pit lane lines? Couple speeding in the pits, but nothing to really worry about. Okay, I didn't want to say anyway. And there we go. Well, what an insane race. What an insane ending to that race. Well, we'll try and get an interview from... Why are you reporting? Bro, this guy reported, like... Yeah. Try and get somebody for an interview. We'll try and get one of the top 2. I've done my waffle, to be honest, so... Beatnik just said, does nothing P3. Here's Russell, basically. Okay, a couple people have gone in. We'll get Ren's first. L, I stole you, bro. I stole you. Okay. Hello. I mean, good try, to be fair.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
I mean, that is your teammate, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, we were clear of the rest, so if I had touched him, which I do every night, it wouldn't have
What if
mattered
you
that
had
much, I
hit him?
think. No, no,
Like,
no, no, no.
hit him. Well, I mean, you got the terrorist name, so you kind of had to,
Yeah,
to live up to the name. So,
yeah. Well, I did get a sprint win, so I'm pretty sure I get more points in the whole weekend.
by one. No, because he
Yeah.
got P2, mate.
No, because he got sixth in the sprint.
Did he? No, you got 1-2, mate. Oh no, he bottled, didn't he? He bottled. Yeah, yeah. No, he got P6, but he got more than 1 point, so he got more points. But
Yeah. Hey, can
yeah,
we wrap this up? I got some stuff to do.
huh?
Can I go, or do you
Oh
still?
sure, that was the only thing I wanted to say to you.
Okay. See ya.
In a bit, a little terrorist. We'll get in Beat Deer. Hello, Beat Deer.
Hello, Eagle.
I don't want to do these interviews, bro. You had like the most boring race, lads. What am I going to speak to you about? How was your boring race?
So I ran about 36 laps, all by myself. I drove the car, I managed ERS, and I did absolutely nothing and finished P3. Good day.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, literally, basically, to be honest. I mean,
I Any questions?
I don't know. Are you happy because, like, overall, of course, you've taken you've kept the lead, sorry, of the championship, so you should still be kind of happy with that. Are you?
Uh, um, yeah, I'm happy with the result. Qualifying didn't go very well, being down in seventh, but I think I knew from the sprint race I had no answer for the two Mercedes today. I just didn't have the outright pace. So the goal was P3, and I just managed my race the entire time. And when Mintoki got her penalty, I'm just like, send it, I guess. So
I didn't even realize she got a
literally
pen.
every single
Can't
lap
lie.
was managing.
Yeah, I think she
I think she got it in turn one.
yeah,
She got it in turn one.
I think she had an incident or something where either she was involved in something or she just like made a mistake because she suddenly like just dropped back and I don't know, just dropped back into your path and it was like, oh, okay.
I mean, a lapped car spun in front of the leaders, and she tagged it.
Ah, that would
And
explain it.
so, like, that happened right in front of me. Like, she went. I don't know if she went deep or she was taking a different line to try to avoid the spinning car, but she hit it, dropped back, and then I just passed her. So,
Nis have just said, "Oh, you're so blind. How do you not see?" Because maybe I'm like watching about 10 other things, you knob. Oh dear.
Nisev moment.
Who is Nis?
It was a good race, though. I mean, despite doing absolutely nothing, still got a podium. So happy with the result, and still leading the championship. So W.
Yeah, I mean the gaps have closed, but but yeah, got pressure
I
in
mean,
the
I figured.
constructors as well. You know, I think I'm not 100% sure if that's right because it might have not taken into consideration the sprint race. I'm not 100% of how that works.
It might have not. I have
But
no idea. I don't know how the
if it
graphics work.
did, you have 3 teams on 114, so it's close.
That's crazy. I mean, it didn't help that I was the only car out there today for McLaren, which is unfortunate. Um, but that was another
It
thing.
didn't take
Had
into
to
consideration that sprint.
maximize for the team as well. So
Yeah.
I think today we got the maximum amount of points we possibly could have got today.
Well, from one driver, I guess.
I guess, yes. But I'm still happy with the podium. And wait, you said Silverstone's next?
Sadly.
Oh no, that's not going to be good
Yep. Well,
because battery management is
the battery there
non-existent.
is very bad, but it's bearable.
Just run reverse. Surely it can't get
That's
worse,
10
right?
times worse. I hate that track.
And you can't pass. So, all right. Well,
Anyway,
yippee, I guess.
best
P3.
head off because I just don't want to be here.
Fair enough. Take it easy.
Nothing against you. It's just, yeah.
No, I don't blame you.
Well, anyway,
Fair enough.
thanks
Fair enough.
for.
Thanks for.
I just muted you. I'm sorry. But thanks everyone for joining us. Join us tomorrow, where of course we'll have Monzi on the mic, MC Monzi. And yeah, ciao for now.